Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So before we do the shoe review on the Nike Vaporfly, let's talk about my new training block that starts today. It's a half marathon. My target will be sub 70. At the moment I can do 73, but there's a big difference between a 73 and a 70. It's like 10 seconds per kilometer. Like sub 73 is like 3:30, sub 70 is 3:20. So there is a big difference. Hopefully I'll do the half marathon in February, March. I'm not the kind of guy that does 12-week training blocks and does like half marathon in 12 weeks. It takes 6 months. It's going to take minimum 6 months. I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to take time. I will do a lot of races in between then. I've got master cross country races. I've got a race in Luxembourg, in Cyprus. So, you know, that's all in my training as well. So the durometer test, it's reading at 28. The Vapor 2 was 32, so this is a lot softer. For me, I prefer the Vapor 2 because it is firmer. This is a little bit too soft. So let's kick off with the weight. The weight, when I first received the box, and I didn't actually think there was anything inside the box because it was that light. And when I weighed them, they came in at my size 9, which is 6.4 ounces, 184 grams. I think that's the lightest racer I've got, and it does feel beautiful on the foot. So for the weight, at the moment, it's my best trainer, my best racer, my lightest racer. So I'm going to give it 9 out of 10 for the weight. So well done, Nike, for that. That's super. True to size, well, true to size, it fits perfect, fits like a glove. As soon as I put it on, it felt good. I do a runner's knot in it. If you don't do a runner's knot, it doesn't feel as good. So I advise you to do a running knot. For true to size, I'll give it 9 out of 10 because it is a good fit. Like, I've got a lot of pair of trainers and this does feel good. So true to size, 9 out of 10. Cost, well, it's 275, that's euros. I still think, you know, these super shoes, you know, they're not worth so much money. So for price, I'd give 6 out of 10 because I feel as though, you know, they're not worth 225, but 275 is still too much, or even 250. I think 275 is too much. So 6 out of 10 for cost. So breathability, I'm going to give 9 out of 10. It's Flyknit, as you can see, it's full of holes. It's very, very breathable. I don't think there's a train out there more breathable. Well, I haven't seen it anyway. So for breathability, I am going to give it 9 out of 10. It is probably the best trainer I've put on for breathability. I'm not sure what it's going to feel like in the winter, but it doesn't really matter. You're doing a race anyway. It's not as though you're going to go out and do slow runs in this. So for breathability, if you live in a really hot country, this is a trainer for you. So for that, well done, Nike. I'm going to give you 9 out of 10 for that. Well done. So for the ride and energy, I would give 8 out of 10. I don't feel as though it doesn't feel as fast as the Vapor 2. This is too soft for me. Way too soft. Like, you know, I'm not sure if this will firm up a little bit if I do more races in it, but at the moment I'm only going to give it 8 out of 10 for energy and ride. Like, this does feel more comfortable than the Vapor 2. However, there's one thing wrong with this. The tongue for me is too long. Like, if you look at that, it's way too long. It actually digs in a little bit in your leg, so you make sure you wear socks a little bit longer, not the little small ankle socks with skin showing, because it does dig in. Well, it digs in on me anyway, so that's kind of one of the cons about this trainer. This isn't going to last you a long time. I would only use it for races. I wouldn't be doing your tempo runs or your 6-1Ks or any interval work, because your toe will come through at the front, as I said before. That will be a problem. So the other con is it's not very aggressive trainer. Vapor 2 is very aggressive. It feels like you're in a race. It feels like you're racing. This one, I couldn't get my legs going, to be honest. It doesn't feel like I'm in a race, and it's just too soft. So hopefully Nike will make it a little bit firmer on the next model. So the pros, it's lighter than the previous model. It's more breathable. It's more stable, and it does feel nicer on the foot. It's more comfortable. But at the end of the day, do you want to run faster, or do you want a shoe that just feels comfortable? For me, I prefer the Vapor 2 because I'm going to get better results. So if I was you, I'd keep to the Vapor 2 and give this a miss unless it's on sale. If it's on sale, get it and maybe do a couple of races in it. When I first put this on, I was impressed how stable it was compared to the second one. Like when I was running around corners in this, I didn't feel like I was going to fall over. I felt very safe. Where in the second one, it did feel a bit unstable sometimes. So I am impressed how stable it is. So with the stability, it's pretty cool. So the final verdict for the Vaporfly, it's 8.2 out of 10, which, you know, is high scoring. Anything over 7 is high. Personally, 8.2 out of 10 for this is probably too high, because I do prefer the Vapor 2. So what I will do, I'll do a comparison with the Vaporfly with the Vapor 2 next week and see which one comes on top. Even though I feel as though the Vapor 2 is faster, this could still outscore it. So let's see what happens there. So next on the channel, we're going to do a review of the Vaporfly 3. I did do a race in these last week. I did win the race, but doesn't mean I'm going to give it a good review. So come back in the week and I'll give you my verdict on the Vaporfly. Just remember guys, train hard or die trying.